Hey there, Mr. Leatherwood.
And Mrs. Weeks.
And today we're going to talk about factors versus multiples.
All right.
Fun times.
Yep.
We should know factors by now. And the reason is when we do multiplication, we have talked about before that these are two factors.
Right.
And they multiply together to get a product.
Very good.
Is that right?
Yep.
So these would be factors. So that can work with any number. So for instance, let's do some erasing now that I just wrote it out. Just ignore me. Let's make our pen a little thinner.
So it'll be less time erasing.
Yes, exactly. So factors. So for instance, if we wanted to find factors of 18.
That's a good example.
We're looking for things that multiply together, two factors that multiply together to get 18.
Very good.
Is that right?
Yep.
There's different ways to do that. We could do listing, we can do T-chart. So actually I'm going to do a T-chart because I like that way better. So for instance, a factor of 18 would be 1 times 18. What's another factor of 18?
Oh, a good one. How about 9 times 2?
Okay. And then 3 times 6?
6.
Okay. 4 times anything? 5 times anything?
Mm-mm.
No, so we're good. So all the factors of 18 would be 1, or get the little shiny thing, 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, and 18.
Perfect.
Right?
Yep.
Okay. So those are factors. Anything that multiplies together to equal a product would be a factor. Okay. Multiples, on the other hand, are a little different. Here, I'll get my blue. A multiple of 18, you're no longer trying to figure out what is multiplied together to get 18. It's almost like going back to first grade when you skip counted.
Right.
Okay.
Except this time you're going to skip count.
By groups of 18
18.
in this case. So like for instance, 18 would be the first multiple. Yes?
Yes.
And then we could do 36 because two groups of 18 would be
36, right?
And then after 36 we'd get to 54. I'm completely doing this all in my head.
I know.
So from 54 we would go to 72.
Fingers like last time.
Exactly.
72.
And one thing I like to tell my kiddos, the difference between factors and multiples, factors end. If you look over here, I have 6 factors for 18.
Right.
Multiples, however, would literally go on forever.
Right.
I could die before I get to all the multiples of 18.
You would be skipping 18 for a long time.
Yes. So I'm just adding 18 multiple times. 18,
right.
36, 54, 72.
Exactly.
And I guess if we want to amplify that, this is plus 18. In between there, plus 18.
Right.
All right, so we're skip counting by 18. Simple enough?
I think so.
Okay. We'll put a little quiz on for you to test it out and practice a little bit. But remember, factors are things that we multiply together to get a product. And multiples is very similar to skip counting. You're jumping by whatever number you're looking at.
I think they're going to get this.
All right. Sweet pickles.